One day, you will see a real horse. Not on this planet, which is just rock and sand. But there are other planets, which are beautiful. One day, I hope to fly you there.
Credits tell him that you need that. Air credits tell him that you need that.
What my name is, Scholar not in Cambridge. Retweet your favorite out the anus.
Hey everybody. Let's get the music back. Oh wow, I got the melancholy, royalty-free gaming music stream 24/7 EDM trap dubstep house royalty-free music bass music 2017 YouTube live music. This is the kind of thing Streamplace is going to make way easier once everything's all coming together a little bit more. Right now I've just got it open in a Firefox tab playing to my computer's audio, which is getting broadcast over OBS. Which is fine, and that's how the world works right now, but we're going to make it better. So, welcome. I promised everybody an enormous Streamplace announcement. Let me take you all on a journey that I went on recently. I was on Twitter, as I am for many, many hours every week, and I saw this tweet by Jesse Frizzell, who is invented, I don't know, half of Docker or something like that. Very prominent contributor to various container projects. I think she's at Microsoft now. And talking about, this sort of made sense to me. She's talking about, oh yeah, cloud privilege is when you don't have to pay for the infrastructure you're messing around on. And I was thinking, oh yeah, that's kind of nice. Got paying for a bunch of big servers right now so I can develop Streamplace as a Kubernetes thing. And so I scroll down on this tweet, and one of the replies is from Dan Cohn, who's the executive director of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. For those who don't know who that is, which is probably most even like tech people in this may not have heard of them if you're mostly a JavaScript dev or something like that. The CNCF is part of the Linux Foundation. They, I think, got their start certainly most prominently as the organization, sort of as a collective of different companies behind Kubernetes. But as you can see, they've got a million different projects that they work on here. They also bought I couldn't find the logo in the thing, but they, the company, Streamplace runs on RethinkDB as our main database engine. The company behind RethinkDB Incorporated, went out of business. The CNCF purchased the source for them and continues to, there's still work being done on it. So basically saved us from having to change what database driver we were working. So we owe the CNCF a lot here at Streamplace, and now we owe them even more. So Dan Cohn's tweet here was saying, yeah, there's we have a free service called the CNCF Community Infrastructure Lab. If you're working on open source stuff, which we are, they just have servers that donated by this group called Packet, this company called Packet, that are big, beefy servers of exactly the kind Streamplace needs in order to do real-time cloud video compositing and proxying. You know, I'm outputting to 3 social networks right now, but once we have bigger servers, I'm going to stress test it and try going live on, you know, every platform that has a live video feature, basically. And we applied for this yesterday? Yeah, yesterday morning I applied for this. Filled out this thing talking about Streamplace and some of my work in the container sector. And yeah, he said, cool, we'll get you set up quickly. And as of about a couple hours ago, we've got a server running on much larger and better than anything we've been using so far for cost reasons. And yeah, they are just backing us and letting us do that, which is absolutely amazing and will make our lives easier in so many different ways. And hopefully get us closer to advancing the state of the art in live video technology on cloud native stuff, on Kubernetes clusters, on, you know, anything in container land. So that is amazing and awesome, and I am so grateful to them for doing this. I think it's honestly, even like, you know, I don't want to get all mushy on the stream, but even, you know, there's been a lot of times I'm working on Streamplace where it's sort of just me tippity tapping and writing some code for weeks and weeks, and seeing people prominent in the community say things like, "I love this use case," is extremely validating, and makes me excited for what's to come. So yeah, that's a big deal for us. I'm super happy about it, and we've got big servers now. So the unfortunate thing is, I would love to stream that part of development, but I basically can't. This has been my recurring problem in doing Streamplace development. I essentially I can stream only the front end work. The sort of back end work that we do, especially some of the more interesting things we do with Kubernetes clusters and cloud technology and that sort of thing. We can't, all the time, constantly, when I'm doing that kind of work, I've got secret keys on my screen that would let you take over our cluster and use it as an enormous botnet for whatever. I just can't stream. I don't even have those keys and everything on this computer, lest I accidentally stream that stuff and get in trouble somehow. So, yeah. So I can't stream that at all. I have to stream just the front end work, and maybe going forward, it is possible once we spend some time getting a really, really robust development environment for Streamplace. And I can do absolutely everything emulated on this computer. Then maybe we will be able to show off that development a little bit, which I would love to do, because a lot of people that I'm targeting this at, a lot of people watching this are like bootcamp students, people with experience in JavaScript and websites, but not necessarily know anything about container stuff. And a lot of especially some of the entry-level stuff is really easy and cool to get into in that. But I just can't stream it yet, and I can't teach it on stream because of how that works. I think this will get a little bit better once Docker announced at one of the container conferences recently that they are going to have a native, they will have native support for Kubernetes in Docker for Mac. So this little logo on top of my screen here will be able to have a local Kubernetes cluster on my computer painlessly, which is how I did local Streamplace development before, but it was extremely fragile and unreliable, and presumably their first-party support for it is going to make a lot of that better. If that all goes according to plan, I'll be able to stream the more container-y side of development instead of just the JavaScript-y, front-end-y side, but we're not quite there yet. Cool. Yeah, so that's the announcement. I'm super excited and I'm super happy. Yeah. So let's pick up where we left off last week. I did a little bit of work offline Friday evening, actually, on the countdown timer we made at the end of the last stream. Let's take a look. SP overlay, npm run start. If it's even on this branch, I might be getting that wrong. What do we got here? I also learned just before going live, yep, there it is, that we didn't do a very good job with, so let's fix this bug first. When the timer gets past 0, this is pretty fun. Not exactly correct. So yeah, let's get that taken care of. A couple panes here. Countdown. Okay, so all we need to do for now is if diff, we'll just short circuit this. Why is this? Oh, props validation. I should probably just switch off this ESLint. Yeah, so if diff is less than 0, we're gonna just this dot set state everything to 0. All of these. No, but nice try. Prettier. 0, comma, yours is 0 also. Huh, that didn't work. Diff, use the get time, minus state dot, oh, and return. There we go. Cool. We could make it say, please wait or something. I don't know. We could do something else, but that's at least better than random negative numbers all over the place there. Let's commit that. Yeah, and I'm no verifying this for now. Actually, I have mixed feelings about this validation in any event. It seems like if I wanted really... they took it... I think React has started to emphasize this thing a little bit less because they took it out of main React core. It's like a separate thing you have to import now, this prop types validation thing. And I think if I wanted... I think we will, for the built-in Streamplace components, eventually want relatively robust validation of what comes into it. But I think the right play for that would probably be TypeScript rather than the React prop types validation stuff. It seems like if we want like statically typed components, we shouldn't. Let's not take a half measure. Let's use the thing that actually checks it all. So I'm just going to disable this, if only to make it. There we go. If only to make it easier to commit on stream without typing in prop types validation all the time. We're just going to go ahead and disable this rule, which I think it's been a minute since I've used ESLint, but I think just 0 there will do that. Mm-hmm. Lovely. That's an old check, but I think we should fix that now. I merged master into this branch, so its version is a little bit out of date. And yeah, you've right version of SP static there. Okay, great. No npm ignore. Okay, I've got a way to fix that. Frankly, the Streamplace repo is more strict about commits than it should be, but npm run helm lint, is that a thing? I think that'll take care of it. Sure. Nice. Good work, everybody. I am really happy with how pretty this output is, though. Sure. Great. So, what are we going to work on now? We spent the first half of... So there's some follow-up, polishing our timer. We spent the first half of last time... here, let's get the floating hangout back up here for our overlay. Cool. There it is. Got the little GitHub logo in the corner now. We spent a lot of time last time trying to get some sort of coherent animation framework in place, and I think I don't want to go too much further down that road. Basically, as I've worked on Streamplace for a long time, everything you see on Twitch, every fancy effect, I've said this before, every fancy effect you see on Twitch, every subscriber notification, everything scrolling across the bottom of the screen, everything has been implemented with websites on top of video. And there was a time in my life when I was like, that's ridiculous. That's a terrible way to do it. You've got an entire website, like 15 websites layered on top of your video to do all that. I've gone completely the other direction, and I think that's a really good idea now. I think there will eventually be I think a thing it will be smart for Streamplace to do eventually is have components that you can embed on top of video, but they also work in React Native, so you can use them on mobile and like really highly optimized desktop implementations and stuff like that. But I think that's way too much for me to try and take on at this point. We're just going to embrace websites on top of video and get really good at what the server side of Streamplace is going to do is get really good at compositing websites on top of video. And outputting a video stream with that happening. And it's going to be very literal. It's going to be like this floating hangout thing running in a Docker container on the CNCF server that we just got. And it'll look like this, but it'll actually be in the video instead of just running on OBS on my computer, right? The compositing that's currently happening on my computer will happen in the cloud instead. And I'll have a preview on my computer so I can see what it looks like. That'll be a really good starting point, and then when we want to go to more native stuff, we can do that. But that means I can have, like, this countdown timer, for instance, I'm really happy with, and I want to use in, like, I want to, like, keep using it for Streamplace projects and use it as a nice little demo thing for what you can do with Streamplace, and I want to make more and more little widgets like that, but there's just going to be no way I'm going to be able to do that and do, like, web and React Native implementations of everything all the time. The tech's just not... It would be one thing if all of that was already really well established, but I don't think it is yet. Yeah. So, websites on top of video is what we're doing for right now. And what I'm going to do now is, so right now, this is what was on SP Overlay, and the reason we've got this GitHub logo in the corner is because this is what I put on stream.place between last episode and this episode. I just like changed SP Overlay to be just nothing but this countdown in the middle. But we want to do more development and make it not look like that while still being able to have that on Streamplace. It's all by way of saying we need to abstract some stuff. We need to make SP Overlay into a library that can be embedded in, which defines how to do all sorts of stuff like this countdown timer and whatever else you want, and then that can be embedded in a website, which is what we will use for stream.place and elsewhere. Cool. So yeah, let's do that now. This is a little bit of housekeeping, I guess, but this is also going to be, if you're curious how to make like a React library or such that you can publish your components on npm and use them in other stuff. Use them in other people could use your components in a website and stuff like that. That's what we're going to do now. So. Unfortunately, Create React App doesn't support this out of the box. I think I'm going to actually... So what we could do is eject Create React App and stop using that for SP Overlay. I really don't want to do that yet. I think we'll probably have to eventually. I think what we're going to do now is just make it so we're going to make a new app and a new Create React App and manually embed our existing app inside of it. So, yeah, okay. So, let's call this... I kind of want to just make the Streamplace front page right now. Right now what I'm doing is I've got this countdown timer, and then when it comes time for Streamplace Now to go live, I really quickly replace it with a redirect. Like if you go to stream.place right now, it'll just redirect to the YouTube channel that I'm broadcasting on. That's silly. What we should have instead is a countdown timer that as soon as you get to the time, it instead of being a countdown timer, it's an embed of the YouTube link. The trouble with that is, and I really hate this, YouTube changes every time. There's no consistent URL on which I live stream on YouTube unless I'm missing something. Okay. But I could just publish an embed there. In any event, let's just make a new app and start embedding things in it. Create React app. And we will call this SP front page. This might take a couple of minutes, it says. And let's just get this countdown out of here. This isn't doing anybody any good. I think what we will eventually want is CSP overlay index.app.js. Just nothing. Get out of here. Don't want any of it. Cool. Sure. Let's go. So and okay, so this is where a little bit of the magic of the Streamplace repo is going to help us out, or specifically this tool that I and some Streamplace contractors over the summer made called Wheelhouse. So what we want to do is be able to work on. This is kind of a tricky thing to do in JavaScript development. What we need to be able to do is work on SP overlay and SP front page that we just made at the same time. That's hard. It's a little bit hard to do with just vanilla Node stuff. But in Wheelhouse, we made it really easy. So the first thing we're going to do is go to SP front pages package.json here. And add SP overlay as a dependency, and they're all synced to the current Streamplace version. So actually, both of these should be 0. Oh shoot, what is it? 013. What did we decide? Zero 13. I remembered the version of my app correctly. Good work, me. SP overlay 013. Your version is also 013. Congratulations. I think we're going to need to publish. Well, let's see if we can do it without it here. So npx wheelhouse link. How about that? How about npx wheelhouse link? Oh no. Cannot find SP website package.json. That's because this is just a nothing thing. All right, well, that's a bug in Wheelhouse. Let's file it. wheelhouse link. And let's copy and paste the repro here. Cool. Okay. Anyway, clear that out. I already did. No, I didn't. It's just not the first time I've run that command. That's fascinating. npx wheelhouse link. Yeah, all right. Somewhere in here it says linked SP overlay for SP front page. Yep, there it is. So this is sort of similar. This is a tool we built to do Kubernetes development with JavaScript, with like node-centric projects. It does a lot of things, but one of the things it does is something similar to what Lerna does. If anybody's familiar with that, it'll link everything in the project together so they can use each other's dependencies, which is exactly what we want in this context. So, SP front page. This is going to look familiar from when we made SP overlay last week. Let's just add it as another thing. Can I do that? Yeah, put you up here. npm. Oh, we're gonna have to do a different port because SP overlay is running on 3000. So let's add that to the package.json of SP front page to the start here. Port 3001. Why not? npm run start. Seems familiar. Let's get floating hangout running this because I'm not gonna SP overlay isn't gonna use that anymore. It's gonna use this. And cool. Now it's on top of my screen, the default app, just like we had last week. So I can't see anything. Let's see. Cool. Move this down here. SP front page app.js. Let's just nuke all the default stuff here. You're just a div app. Cool. The neat thing is we should be able, let's take a look back at SP overlays app.js, which I think I have open. Yep. 2 columns, please. So we can, what were you a minute ago? So I want this countdown thing back. Actually, let's say I want, yeah, let's say I just want this countdown thing. You can go back to being empty. Doesn't matter. Nobody's looking at that right now. So I think this will work. Let's find out. I think we can just import it from the other, import its source file from the other project. Now, the quote-unquote right way to do this would be to have SP overlay, and we will do this eventually, would be to have SP overlay compiling all of the JSX, all of the React stuff into just regular old JavaScript files, which we could then import here. And that means they would work in a variety of contexts, no matter what other libraries you have installed and stuff like that. What we're going to do is import the source file here, which is fine-ish because it'll only work in Create React App projects or projects that also have like exactly the same dependencies as Create React App. But that's an okay starting point. I think actually for like 90% of React development, you probably should be within Create React App anyway. So import countdown from SP overlay source countdown. And I want a countdown here. Ah, no good. Unexpected token. You may need a loader to handle this file type. Which token would that be? Countdown JS. Oh no, my hotkey for moving this window around doesn't appear to be working. Well, that's kind of insurmountable in this context. Let's just exit out of the floating hangout, I guess. And we will do our development in regular old Chrome for a minute. Line 52, line 2 of countdown.js. So... okay, it doesn't know what JSX is. Create React app won't import JSX from other projects. That's obnoxious. I guess it's like blacklisting the node modules directory as something worth... okay. Okay. How can we solve this problem in not very much time? Well, I'm not sure. So I guess we do need to do the thing that I was describing earlier, where SP overlay is going to compile all of its React components into JavaScript, and then we can just import them normally. All right, well, we're gonna eject the Create React App project, I guess. I wanted to avoid it. Oh well. This over here. So this is the SP overlay runner. Let's go out of that. We're gonna have it do something else in a second. Yeah. All right. npm run eject. Are you sure you want to eject? This action is permanent. Well, I have no choice. This Git repository is What, you're gonna... wait, what? It wants me to commit first? Fine. No, it can't even be this directory. It's the entire repo. Create React app. You don't need to care about the rest of the repo. Stash front page for a second. Cool. Wow. I hope it knows to only do this in a subdirectory. Otherwise, this is going to commit everything to... Well, we'll see. We will see, I guess. Ejected successfully. All right, first make sure... good, all of the modifications are in the SP overlay directory. Okay. And let's see, what? Yes, let config npm install. I have to imagine it. Did it not install its own dependencies when it added them to package.json? Maybe not. Maybe can't find ESLint config React app. That's new. All right, just gonna leave that. Cannot find ESLint config React app reference from. Is that a dependency of this? Oh, there's a lot in here now. Yeah. Not a dev dependency, a regular dependency. I guess it's not designed to care about that distinction. Oh boy, MJS. Module file extensions. What is this? Jest configuration? I guess if I want one ESLint linting the entire Streamplace repo, it needs to know about everybody's individual. Alright, well this isn't getting merged back into master without some more thought. But okay, let's just add all this to the top, all the ESLint stuff to the top level package.json in the Streamplace repo. Nay, come back. Might be more elegant ways to do this, but you know, we don't believe in that here. Save dev. I don't remember what the distinction is for the main Streamplace repo. It probably doesn't matter. Ah. Copy paste fail. Requires a peer of ESLint. So I have to update my ESLint. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm sure that there won't be any problems. Just upgrade. Yeah, I've got ESLint 2 installed right now. I need ESLint 4. All right. I'm sure there will be no problems whatsoever. It's fine. It's needed to happen. Babel, ESLint, yes. Prettier. ESLint plugin prettier. Where are all these peer dependencies up? If this is all necessary. AJV. Isn't AJV a JSON schema validator? Interesting. Babel ESLint. I must have that. Yeah, but it's old. I don't want to do this right now. Doesn't matter. We're just gonna no verify it on stream. I can fix the ESLint linting process of the Streamplace repo on my own time. It's just not worth it. All right, so this SPA overlay business, what we need to make it do, first let's just commit this. npm run eject no verify. Hey, look at that. No errors committing. Beautiful. Sure. And SP front page needs to come back. There we go. I learned my lesson about service workers Makes it really hard to modify your page. I'm just going to take out the default service worker stuff here. I don't even know where it came from. I guess we'll see if there's a problem. Okay. Yeah, where do you think where's that coming from? Index.js? Yeah. It's interesting all the default Create React app and Pretty are both projects out of Facebook, but the default Create React app is not Pretty or compliant. It's curious. All right, SP overlay. So now we need to configure this just enough. I want to make very small modifications here because I want to keep it very close to a vanilla ejected Create React app so that as Create React app keeps adding more and more cool features, I can just, I don't know, run create, like delete all the stuff and re-eject Create React app and make my tiny little modification that turns this into a library. One way to handle that would be to, so the problem is just syntax, right? I think actually, here's the thing I could do. Just, I could just eject, I could just run a Babel script here. What kind of Babel stuff do I have access to? Probably some good Babel core, Babel ESLint, Babel jest. What happens if I'm just like Babel-d dist source? Using Babel preset React app requires you specify node-env or Babel-env environment variables. That's kind of interesting. I'm going to do this here. So set-x Babel-env development. Babel-d-w no, -d dist -w source. Okay. Okay. So that's going to automatically, now they're regular old JavaScript files, not JSX files. We're going to put that down there. Put this up here. This is SP front page. And we're going to npm run start up here. I think I actually maybe could have done that without even ejecting. We'll check that later. Register service worker is not defined. Sure. In my index.js. Yeah. Be gone. Module parse failed. You may need SP overlay source countdown. Oh, yeah, I'm still importing the one from source, but I want from dist now. That doesn't look like a is it? Hey, it's white. Okay. What? All right. All right. But now we can put it back on the floating hangout and work like we have been. That. Okay. There it is. There it is. It's on our screen. It's a little weird. This is, I think it's split up because I didn't design it to run in a non-flex container, but there it is. And let's, just to prove that it works this time next year, 364 days, 23 hours. Cool. I am pretty happy about that. Okay. So now what we have after after we finagle it a little bit, we've got some components that we can embed. So what I'm going to do now is recreate the Streamplace front page with a countdown timer to the next episode of Streamplace Now, which will be Friday, November something. the 17th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Cool. So yeah, let's get this all going, and let's get it all set up properly to do automated build and stuff like that. I would like in SP front page, I would like you to have styled components. Components. And I want to do some regular work on the... let's just do... I didn't even use that CSS file. What's style import styled from styled components? I can barely see this. Style.inject global, I think it is. HTML body hashtag root height 100%. Okay, that work? Inject global is not a function. I need to really... Top of the to-do list needs to be a way to get the React error page with a transparent background. Because this would be fine if the white was only not there. Think about that a little bit. The trouble is it's in an iframe, right? So I think I would need something beyond... There we go. Let's take a look here. How does that work? Don't worry, this thing doesn't affect inject global. Yeah, okay. Oh. Better? Better. Good. Very good. Now I gotta boot up. Floating hangout again. Nice. Centered. Regular flex container, takes up the whole screen, puts everything in the middle. I think it's the same one. I could have just copy pasted that from the other one, but it's a good thing to be able to know how to just do. Oh, I did the import syntax backward. Mm-hmm. There it is. Cool. I like how it works even with the font there. Well, how does that work? Where's the font import coming from? Is it coming from the component? It should come from the component. I don't know. That's fine, actually. I think it's Helvetica. That's pretty good. Weight 300, 200 even for text that large. 100. Helvetic. Cool. And then set the timer to 4:55 today. 14th? Yeah. Cool. I'll be right back. All right. Get out of here. So, So this is cool. Now we have, we'll bring this back to next. I can probably omit the, I think JavaScript is probably capable of parsing a date without the day of the week as part of it. Yeah, there we go. Good work, JavaScript. Neat. Cool, keep that at the bottom. So what do we have now? I think this will work okay. What we really need is to get this published somewhere on every push with all of that stuff in dist up there, such that we can I want to a really low effort way to get people building their own Streamplace style overlays is going to be with glitches. Where you can just make a little we do this in boot camps a lot, where we have you can, so this is just a Node app. You can put a Create React app up here that will automatically refresh and everything and be hosted on Glitch. They take care of processing all of it. That'll be a really good way to, so I think the idea is we do relatively minimal, we're not going to add a lot of different tiny projects to the Streamplace repo because there's a million tiny little components for one-off demos. But if we do the same thing on, if we can get those Node packages publishing someplace accessible on the internet, we can just include them right here in a glitch, and then have lots of little demo overlays hosted on glitches. Hopefully, I don't know, forever. Fog Creek seems like they have their business together. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cool. I like Glitch's favicon. Little fish. It's cute. So I could get that working. That sounds pretty boring, though. Oh, that's nice. In some series of ESLint upgrades I made, these things, instead of being errors, are nice little, got a little green underline here. Some sort of improved communication between ESLint and the Visual Studio Code interface here. This is extremely Microsoft, by the way, that warnings, like grammar warnings, are green and errors are red. That's nice branding. So let's get this together. Let's grab that little logo I had on the other one. There it is. I think I'm going to just put it here because it's position absolute. Eh? Nice. Okay, now what I would like, All right, let's do this. Let's get this. Let's turn this into a countdown that when it gets low enough, it switches to a YouTube embed, so people can actually watch Streamplace Now on Streamplace. And it's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to be a little bit tricky because we need to. The URL needs to be dynamic. I don't know. I'm pretty sure until I hit go live on YouTube, I don't know what the URL for the live stream is going to be. So here's our task now. To get this such that when it gets low enough, it replaces itself with a YouTube embed. Hopefully that automatically plays whatever is behind it. And we need to figure out a place on the internet we can reliably store that code so it'll pull it down from there. Maybe it's just polling. It's going to poll an endpoint someplace. And, okay, I like that. It'll pull an endpoint. And when I want to go live, all I do is put a JSON file at that endpoint or something. And it'll go here. Okay. That works. So let's start with getting the YouTube. The countdown works great. The image in the corner looks great. Let's get a YouTube embed happening. Get out of here for now, countdown. I mean, you're great, but get. Where am I live right now? It's cool it shows up as live. The title's wrong, but it's cool it shows up as live. Mute me or this is going to get meta really fast. Okay. That link used to show my current live stream. The YouTube embed URL. Interesting. So my current live stream, there's my channel ID, is ostensibly this. Okay. Well, forget all that polling and stuff I said. We got this. Let's assert that I'm gonna be that I will always within 10 minutes. I will be live, and at 10 minutes, let's have it replace the countdown timer with this and autoplay it on just everything. All right, React YouTube embed is certainly a module someone's made at some point. Oh, great! React YouTube. How many GitHub stars we talking? 5,000 GitHub stars. This thing probably has no problems at all. Okay. Neat. Let's get it. React YouTube. Video ID ID. What? Also, I don't have a video ID. I've got a weird on live URL. I've got this thing. Let's save this here. What? Why did... Okay, whatever. Video ID. Are there... Thin layer over the iframe API. So how do I do it here? Oh, it's iframe ID. Okay. Interesting problem. I might have to do this myself, but we'll try the React library first. How do I use it? YouTube. Okay. Let's start with what's my actual ID here. Oops. So let's go to this URL. Let's like click through into it. Yeah, there's the URL. Here's the actual ID of this stream. Okay. YouTube. Let's just try YouTube video ID, that thing. What's that do? There I am. Okay. And autoplay is a thing, right? Opts. It's got an opts. And opts can be autoplay 1. Actually, I might be able to get around the video ID thing here too, but let's worry about that in a second. And it's 1. Did I see that correctly? It's a... I did see that correctly. Oh, and it's player vars. Alright. And then that gets passed in here as opts. Opts. It's designed to, I don't have a pop filter on this mic, and that word is designed to show it off. It's opts. It's designed to, I don't have a pop filter on this mic, and that word is designed to show it off. It's opts. It's designed to, I don't have a pop filter on this mic, and that word is designed to show it off. It's opts. Well, that was pretty cool. Suffice it to say that works. Cool. That was really neat. So now we got to see if we can make it be the like eternal live stream URL rather than the particular thing here. Let's take a look at this. Parameters. Uh-huh. Live. List. Modest branding. I think I want that. I mean, thanks for everything, Google, but I'm going to show fewer rather than more. Muted? Muted a thing? I don't actually need it to be muted. I just need it not... I need it to be muted when I'm... right now. I wonder if I could just disable it on disable audio on Electron or something. Okay. Video ID is one of these. I'm confused. Player parameters. Let's try something very silly. Why not? Why not that? Fine. What is the problem with that? I know this video is unavailable. I know that. I want developer tools for this. 404 for what exactly? Let's oh, that's close actually. Let's put this in the corner, shall we? Is that even a thing? Sure, cool, that's fine. It's behind my face. Embed live stream channel equals thing, autoplay equals... Oh. Oh, interesting. So if I do video ID live stream channel, will this work? Video
Yeah.
live stream channel. Will this work? I'm not over how cool this is. There's me again.
Yeah.
This is a Streamplace feature. This is something I've been working on forever. There's me again.
Yeah.
I love this.
This is a Streamplace
Stop it
feature.
though. This is horrible. But,
Something I've been working on forever.
Okay. Okay. Great. That worked perfectly, actually. That worked way better than I thought it was going to. Cool. So all we need then is to make the... I just want stream.plays. I should make it huge. It's an iframe, so we do have to specify a size. Let's... this is not the first time this problem's been solved. Streamplace... No. YouTube automatically resize iframe big.
How to make a responsive 100% with YouTube iframe embed. Sure. That easy? Oh, this trick. But will that... I don't think that'll auto resize. I think that'll work with the starting size. Let me see here. Oh, what do I know about anything? Okay. So you can just specify that the iframe... Okay. That's easy. We're going to need to... We don't have control over what this iframe is, but we do have control over the ID. So let's just say... Let's just call this ID big. I like IDs that are title case big video. Inject global big video. Okay. So assuming we know it's a 16:9 video, which seems fair. Yeah, we gotta do this container. So we start with a position absolute. I think we're gonna need. We need an outer container, and then we need the padding container, and then we need the video. Okay. Might be able to get away with just one. Let's see if this will take over the whole. Wait, what's happening right now? Where did the video go? I think as long as I make them both position absolute. So you're going to be position absolute with 90%. Left 5%. Padding top whatever 16 divided by 9 is, or 9 over 16. Yeah, 56.25%. Can I comment in here what the magic number is? Whatever. Yeah, CSS comment should work, right? It's weird. Make sure it's working. Nice. Kind of. With 90%. It's here, it'll be easier to see if it's red. So the horizontal centering is good. I guess I didn't specify a height. But I shouldn't need to. No, I'm getting this wrong. This isn't how this works. This isn't how this... So this is a padding trick that I use. I've used a lot because it's a good way. It's how you... It's how you can make a container that maintains a consistent aspect ratio. Oh, padding bottom. I wonder if that matters. I don't think it does. I think I've used padding top in the past. They should be the same. Yeah. Height 0. No, yeah, that doesn't work. And in any event, I need it to float in the middle. I don't think this is going to accomplish that. I don't even know if I did figure out a way to do this. The way I had consistent windows in other parts of Streamplace is by just a resize handler that Like I had to do it in JavaScript, which I think is common because I've seen that if you resize a video on Twitch sometime or on probably most other sites, and you'll see the video doesn't quite keep up with the window. It's a little staggered. It means this problem's not easily solvable. Why is it so huge? Oh, because I remember, because the site... No, I'm not sure why this is... Percentage-based padding or something. I can't see it because it's a 16:9 screen. If it is working, I wouldn't be able to know. Fun. Okay. Let's just see if this works. So, okay, there's that. It's the whole screen. Now we put the YouTube inside of here, and we've got the idea of it now, and it's a big video, so we can do stuff with it here. I don't think I can change the opacity of this, but I'm going to try anyway, so I don't... Let's turn autoplay off for now. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. No red, please. Where's the red coming from? Oh, it's from what I was doing a minute ago. It's in the iframe. Okay. Yeah. Autoplay 1. It's in the iframe. Okay. Yeah. Autoplay 1. Neat. That works. Everything I do here always turns out so much cooler than I was expecting. Okay. So here's what. So now we just need the timer. We need to count down and check every so often if we're close, and if we are, switch to the video. The question is, when do I stop showing the video, I guess. But we'll worry about that later. Okay. Okay, hang on. Get out of here for now. Countdown. I could have it check for the next Tuesday or Friday, but I am not so wedded to that schedule. I want to hard code it for now. So let's hard code just next time, and I'll have to update it again, but fine. Next time. New date. November 17th. This thing. Ah. Oh. Cool. So there's the countdown timer. Then when it gets close, we want it to switch. So let's have every time this loads, it does it 30 seconds from now. Nah. Now. Not get time now. Okay. And what's the threshold? The threshold's actually going to be like 10 minutes, so let's plus that plus 60 times 1,000. Sure. Wait, what? No. That's... Wait, what? Brain fart. 1 minute in milliseconds is... yeah, I want 10 minutes. 60 times 10,000. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. So as soon as it gets within 10 minutes, we want it to switch to the iframe. And that shouldn't be so bad. Especially all of this. So, and we can get rid of the, so let's just have it. First off, we need just a set interval that, like a no-op change to the state to trigger a re-render, and we'll do it twice a second, as opposed to the 60 times a second the countdown's going, so this isn't so bad. So, set component did mount this dot interval. I've done this a lot lately. 500. This dot interval. What am I doing? Set interval. And then this will just be this dot set state. Now date dot. So we'll trigger re-render twice a second. And if let's do a constant for the const YouTube threshold YouTube threshold. Did I spell threshold? No extra H. Threshold. No, this part, not 30 seconds. Cool. If this state next time get time, this gets the milliseconds minus, wait, Yeah, this is in the future, so if date.now minus... Right, this one's larger. Minus date.now is less than YouTube threshold. Turn. Not in braces. Oh god. This is a mess. Okay. I don't want to wait 30 seconds to find out. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So these are kind of one shot is the thing right now. That worked great. The trouble is, it doesn't know when I'm done. Yeah, and that's a much harder problem to solve. I might solve it just through the Streamplace API where it queries if I'm done streaming or not. That's pretty easy to do. Cool. But hey, that works really well, actually. It counts down to the next time, and then within 10 minutes switches to this thing. That's really sweet. Cool. So let's fix this. Cool. And let's get this back in the middle. And let's make it autoplay. And that'll be good. Cool. There's going to be a few more things necessary to get this stuff compiling with the overlay, but I'm going to do that off stream so I can push it to the Docker container. And yeah, that's good. That's a good accomplishment for today. Stream.place will be a place where you can actually watch Streamplace. Streamplace Now, twice a week. Tuesday, Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, or whatever time that is locally for you. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody.